In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a multi-subobject material, which is a special kind of material that can hold other materials inside of it. And that allows you to put different colors on different pieces of one single object. It's pretty useful. See if you can follow along with me. I'll keep my commentary to a minimum, but I will say keyboard shortcuts I'm using and point out special settings I don't want you to miss. Let's get started. I'm going to start with a plane, and I want to use the front view pretty much the whole time. So let's hit Alt W to maximize front, and we'll just click and drag a strip for our plane. Now I also need to modify this, but I want to hit F3 first so I can see the solidity. I want to see this thing solid, and I'm going to add some width segments. If you can't see these lines appear, make sure you hit F4 so you can see them. We need 7 width segments for these 7 colors of the rainbow. But first, let's make this into an arc so you can see why and how I'm making this into a rainbow. So we are going to apply a bend modifier to the plane. And I know I want this thing to be a full arc, which is about 180 degrees, but you can see that nothing is bending yet because the axis is wrong. Let's see if we can find the right one. No. Okay, that looks better, but you can see from the shading that it's bending away from the camera, but I really want it to bend parallel to the camera. So let's change up the direction until it looks like the magic number here is going to be 90. So I'll just punch that in. And now we have a nice rainbow arc. You don't necessarily have to make it exactly 180 degrees. It's your rainbow. You can make this thinner or wider, or if you even want to add more colors, but I'm just going with the classic Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Speaking of which, we might as well create that material now, which is going to start right here on the material editor. This might look different to you. If you hold click, you can see the two options. Hold the clicker and release on this one, not the two blue plugs, but the white window. When you release, you get this window right here, which is our lovely simplified material editor. It's simple because you can easily create physical materials by simply changing some of these settings here. Physical material is the default. It gets the job done 99% of the time. So let's set up our 7 colors of the rainbow. With the first slot selected, just go down to Base Color and Reflections, click the gray box, and let's start with red. Hit OK, move to the next color we need, and try to set it to orange. I'm aiming between these two colors on the spectrum, but also looking here to see if I like that hue. Just ramp up the saturation all the way, hit OK, and move on until we have hit all 7 of our colors. Forgot the saturation on that one. Indigo is kind of between blue and purple. And then finally violet is a more pinkish red. Judging by the spectrum anyway, I don't know. The important thing is to have a nice spectrum of colors here. Now the last one we need is the one to rule them all, the multi-sub-object material. And to change it to that type of material, just click Physical Material, and you'll see a list right here. And multi-sub-object is on that list. Double-click it, discard old material. Now you see it's a multi-sub-object, and it's ready to receive the other colors we've just created. All you need to do now is drag these colors into their respective slots. I'm going to move the scroll bar so I can see all 7. And I'll start with red and just drag it right to where it says submaterial none. Instance is okay. Let's drag all of these in here in order. have it. As a quick note, you can add more material slots if you need more than 10, which is the default. I'm actually going to delete the ones I don't need, so it just goes to 7. And now you can see one of these materials is not like the other. It's very special. It's holding all the other ones. Let's drag that onto our rainbow arc. And you can see that it applied the material, but not in the way we want it to. Luckily, it's pretty easy from here to set up the rest of these polygons to have a unique color. We need a modifier, our very favorite modifier, Edit Poly. That way we can select polygons. I can select individual polygons. You don't want to move them around, so if that is distracting, hit Q or press Select Object up here so you can't accidentally modify this. Now we just need to select each polygon that we want to change the color. Red is already the first one, so let's leave that alone and go to the second one. Go to your menu on the right side and look for Polygon Material IDs. Now all you have to do is change the ID to match the color that you'd like. So I'll set this to 2, and then move down the line and change the material ID each time. This one will be ID 4. This one will be 5, 6, and 7. Another quick note, if you go beyond 7 and I don't have any more slots, it will wrap back around to red as if it's number 1. But let's keep that on 7. Now we have ourselves a nice little rainbow here. That's really all we needed to do. I don't need my material editor anymore. We have a nice edit poly that looks like a rainbow arc. Now you can do all kinds of wacky stuff to it, like put a face extrude on it if you'd like. Switch to perspective and you can see what that looks like. You can not do face extrude. That was actually a bad idea. You can extrude it, and new polygons will inherit the color that they emerged from. It's a very powerful tool, and you're all done. Thanks for following along.